Okay, so let's look at question 1. So the question is, we want to find which time interval does the acceleration of this vehicle have the greatest numerical value. As you notice, in the first part they say the graph shows a variation with time and the displacement. So you can see it's a displacement s against time graph. So for the gradient of a displacement time graph is the velocity. So we can say that the velocity at this point, which is the gradient, is 0. So which is quite obvious, as the vehicle is not moving. As you can see, it maintains a stationary displacement. That means it's not moving. So what about B and D, which a lot of students may be inclined to pick because they have a slope? Well, B and D, although they have a gradient, but this gradient is simply the velocity and not the acceleration. So, and this is a constant gradient, correct? So dy over dx is a constant, which means the velocity is constant. And we know that if the velocity is constant, the acceleration must be 0, which leaves us obviously with A, but we still have to explain why A is correct. So looking at A does have a gradient, as you can see, a positive one, and A is not a constant gradient. As you can see, the gradient is changing, correct? So this means only A has acceleration.